Hello and welcome to this video about pedagogy for transformation and evolution. My name is Harriet Fagerholm. I'm from Helsinki, Finland. I work now as a co-creative guide and healer, but I used to work as a teacher in professional education, vocational education.
Hello everyone, my name is Victoria Subirana. I'm a teacher, I'm from Spain, and I have been working and researching about pedagogy for transformation that became a methodology of teaching, and it has been successfully implemented in many places all over the world for the past 30 years.
And with this video series, we want to enhance the teachings of this profound life wisdom and how we can give our children and youth the ability to better cope with life. And the topic for this video is overcoming our denial of adversity through acceptance.
Yes, I came across with Prajan Suporn, who introduced me to the teachings of the Four Noble Truths. And the first noble truth is accepting that life is suffering. But then the second comes when you reject accepting the things that are coming to you, the adversity, the things that we do not like, and that schizophrenia of our mind, rejecting what creates us the suffering or the adverse or the unknown or the challenge or the change. That motivated me to come across with a very beautiful material for the children to understand these concepts. Because for us as adults, it's already a very difficult intellectual thing, a very intellectual topic to analyze how many times during the day we have the tendency to follow this schizophrenic mind, avoiding what we have to do, what is good for us, what we have planned, what we know that if we do that, it's going to improve our emotional happiness, our family happiness, our work, increasing the environment quality around us. We deny that and we go for the easy way, thinking always about the things that make us happy at the very moment. Sometimes we also have a mistake on concept, so we are confused about pleasure, the instant pleasure, the instant moment that is impermanent, with working towards a life purpose that could really bring about happiness, and that happiness can be stored. So every day we are increasing the layers of happiness instead of drifting towards a direction that we don't know, where the feelings, emotional instant feelings will drive us. So for the children to understand how to cope with the problems originated from the suffering created when they neglect what is good for them, and when they don't have the willpower, when they have the tendency to move by the group, because nowadays the parents are sometimes scared when the children turn youth, the youngsters, the teenagers. No longer they go by the rules of the parents and they follow the rules of the group. So how a child could have a clear picture of when is the time to go by the group, but when is the time to listen to my soul, to listen to my thoughts, to listen to my life purpose, to listen to it, to what is good for me, follow that. And avoid the law of minimum effort, the laziness, and all these kind of things are really creating a lot of problems, and especially in our days. I would like to mention here that drugs and alcohol addictions are playing a very significant role, and we are not even aware of that because we are considering drugs the soft ones, the hard ones, the ones which are taken occasionally, the ones which produce addiction. But we have to understand that in our subconscious receptivity of the outside pleasures or the things that are coming from the outside to inside, that creates an impact and gives us an information. We have a registration, a register, that when the child at the age of 14, 16, it starts taking drugs, even if it's marijuana, which is considered the light one, he or she got that information of pleasure and immediate relaxation, avoiding, facing difficulties, letting go the responsibilities, on behalf of being, more relaxed and being in tune with the group, that information is part of the ecosystem of our nerves, and and it's part of our brain system already. So the next time we would like to feel the same way, the next time we have an adversity, the next time we are forced to face a problem that we know we should work with, we will go and search the drug, because that instantaneously will create, a status of mind that will give us more pleasure, but it's pleasure, not happiness. And from that, the addiction is created. And what is difficult to understand is that it creates a mind habit, a mind, a mind information, and a mind setup that if I have never ever tasted a mango, I can see the photo in a book, but I don't know the real taste. I don't know the effects of the mango, how sweet, then when I see the mango in the picture, I want to eat a mango, because my information and my receptivity, contains that, it's like exploding the sensations in all over my body. But if you never taste it, you don't have the tendency to go for it. So this kind of, addictions also are very, very important to be analyzed from the point of view of where it all starts from. If we separate about soft drugs, hard drugs, instant drugs for the weekend, or, we are really creating a confusion, especially in our youths, And then from all these patterns, the young people are deprived of the capacity of growing in taking their own decision making, the capacity to fight with the struggle, the courage to face the adversity, analyzing, okay, do I have the capacity today to do this? Let me try. But instantaneously, many of the people, will drop out. No, I don't do it. No, it's very difficult. Or the no, and this negativity goes in front, because we are avoiding what is really our duty, that is to work towards a direction that in the long time will bring us about happiness. Because of all these difficulties for the children and youths to understand that patterns, I have created the bracelet for acceptance. So during the day, let's think that this is my bracelet. And I know that I have the tendency, to minimize the work, to minimize the effort. So I have to effort, I know that I want to go, let's say, to France. And my passion would be to analyze the Louvre, and be merged into that culture. And then I know that if I want to do that, I have to learn French language, and I have to work steadily on a schedule. But then tomorrow, no, on tomorrow I don't do it. Day after tomorrow, no, my colleague is calling me, I'm going with him. Day after, I know that I have that tendency, then I will wear the bracelet. Then I will analyze during the day, how many times do I deny my duty or what I have decided that works for me on behalf of something else? Who is the master of my actions? Am I the master, or something or some attraction, some other input from outside is taking over? So if once a day I have been able to be strong in my decision and to overcome and fight the weakness, then I will pull one of these down. Let's take this one, okay? So this is one, okay. Then after sometimes, again, there is someone who comes and asks me, okay, let's go let's go for dancing, this and that. No, but I promised my father I'm going to take my grandmother out today. But no, you don't go, you can do it tomorrow. Who is winning? Is my, love for my grandmother and the respect for the word I have given to my father winning, or the invitation of my friend? If I am the one, I pull it down, I pull down, I pull down, I pull down. So I have tracked during the day, I have track of who is the master of my actions. Are we really free? We claim being free in a freedom of expression, freedom of thinking, but we are not free. We are not free because our mind is a slave of things that at the end of the day, we regret of having done, or we regret of having not done. So if we really want to create free citizens in a free democratic countries, these kind of tools, mastering our actions, our words, and our thoughts are a very important decisions to be taken in the school settings. And with adults also, it works for adults. So let's focus. And I would like to ask Harriet what she thinks about this kind of weaknesses when the people fails to accept things that they know work for them, and they try to avoid all this adversity. How did you cope with your life experience in working with your clients in this regard?
We know that there are many people who are seeking for changes in life, whether it is, for example, the dieting, which is a big topic, has been for many years in the West. Alcohol, drugs, like you are saying, is an increasing problem. But what I have noticed in my methodology, in how I work and support people in really creating that inner transformation so that change is possible. Because from an only intellectual mindset, you cannot decide, because you will notice time and again that you are weak to outside impulses, and also the impulses from your biology. We know that addiction, it is about biology also, the brain, the impulses. So this is needs a determination, and that real determination for change can only come when the human being, him or herself, understands and gets the feeling of that determination. And I am there as a full support. I will help you. You can, ask for my support at any time when that weakness comes. So how can we create maybe a support system of other people that are supporting, our change? Because if you want to change your diet, for example, but then the other family members, they don't respect you in that. They don't support you. They laugh at you. Come on, what is this? You won't make it. You will never make it. You have, how many times have you tried? Ha ha ha. And of course, if you're in such an environment, and especially if you have as a child already heard that oh, you are not good for anything, you cannot stick to anything, there would be nothing coming out from your efforts, you carry that mistrust in your own ability to do what you intend to do, and you lose even the idea that I could do something. So but in my methodology and in the Intuit guidance, I facilitate that space that people can accept also the reality of where they are. I think it's very important that you can accept, I'm not able yet, but still I have it as my goal, but I'm not able. Exactly. I failed. Okay, because we have in our culture also a challenge in accepting failures. And in a learning process, yes, there are failures. And we all in life, we are failing in many areas. And that has been for me a personal challenge to accept that I have failed. I have not been able to live up to my standards. And then aligning my ideals, my words and my actions, and realizing, oh, I'm not aligned. I am not able to live up to my ideals. I have met also many people with very high ideals, but they cannot live up to them. So what kind of feedback are they willing to receive, that you need to work on these and these topics, and are we able to give that kind of feedback that support their goals? I see you have these high ideas, but are you able to live them in reality? And what kind of knowledge and support do you need so that you can transform to live and practice those ideals and virtues in reality? And do you have the right supporting group? Because the power of the group is so strong. I don't think we have realized that what Victoria is saying with the pedagogy for transformation, creating a culture where the teacher really understands how to support this kind of culture also among the peers. So we have to use peer support, pairs, small groups, with the conscious decision of supporting each other's, development, personal growth. Because if you are in the wrong environment and you don't get support, you will fail time and again. And that's why in my guidance coaching work, I'm also all the time looking for outside support for my own process, because I cannot trust fully myself in where I am. I need a mirror to tell me how am I succeeding in my pursuing of my goals. What do I want to achieve? And also to accept that maybe my goal is too ambitious. I cannot receive it. But it's good if you have a goal that one little step will take you closer to that goal. And that determination to use these kind of tools would be very useful. Yesterday, I did something for my goal. Whether that is that you are creating a business on your own, you're creating a new profession, or you are working on a project, whatever that is. The acceptance of the reality where you are is the most crucial thing, but because somehow when I have accepted that I'm completely helpless now, I don't know how to proceed, and then I surrender. And somehow the intelligence of life, you would call it the supreme intelligence, the higher intelligence, comes in, and it tries to kind of, come on, this, and then suddenly happens something that you understand that, oh, now this is flowing again, and now I get some inspiration going. And then remember also to celebrate your accomplishments. I have introduced this to many people. Celebrate your accomplishments. And they are like, oh, what? Celebrate my accomplishments? And I have had to really do that because I have had so many failures. So if I don't celebrate my accomplishments, I would completely, give up, because this has been for me a hard time to change my character, to work on my character in an adult age.
And you are the loving letters to yourself. Yes. So you are the one always generating that love yourself.
Yes, that's one practice I developed in my methodology, in the In-Tune guidance. Write a love letter to yourself. And for many people, it was like they cannot receive this task, even if showing gratitude to yourself. Gratitude to myself? For what? Yeah, there are many things you have been good at, what you have succeeded. You have done a good deed here and there, but we don't see it because we are not used to celebrate our own accomplishments. So this is a culture I want to work for. And then many people would accuse me, you're selfish. No, if I celebrate my accomplishments, then I celebrate also yours.
Exactly. A very good point. From your own happiness and accomplishment, you can be able to, rather than to envy and be jealous of the partner, you have the empathetic joy.
And you can really see, wow, you have worked so hard. I really celebrate your accomplishments.
Yeah.
This is the culture I want to promote in my work. And that's the outcome of the inner work, when you learn to fully accept every part of yourself, also the shadow, the shortcoming, those parts that you have really struggling, you have to struggle to accept in yourself. But when you overcome them and you start to celebrate, wow, life, that's the new life. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.